No, you can keep your hat. But we're here to talk about you because you're a very interesting guy. I think you're an interesting guy.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And I think you're a very, very talented guy.
Yeah.
And I want to give you as big of a platform as possible for people to know about you. Because I do, I mean, I'm being perfectly genuine. I think you're a fantastic director.
Thank you, sir.
And the stuff that I have seen and the stuff that you're cooking up, I think it's really awesome. So I think even though I know the story, I think what would be great is to first kind of like talk about how you got into filmmaking from like college and then up to your like Woodward original days.
Sure. Yeah. So a lot of directors like had cameras when they were like 3 years old and they were making films. That wasn't me. It took me a little while to find that I wanted to be a director, but I think it was almost always kind of like destined for me in a way where like growing up, I wrote a lot of comics and I'd be like, insert weird Western music here.
Right.
And like, you know, it'd be very like cinematic in the way that it was done. And I did a lot of photography and I played piano and I wrote a lot. So I was always doing a lot of creative things. And I kind of always felt like I was going to be an author. But I was always frustrated that I had to write the things down. I couldn't just show.
I could see that. I could see young little David being like, screw this. I don't want to write all this.
It's like, cause I didn't like the words as much. Like the words were annoying. It was just kind of like my mom is an author. So that was kind of like my like model of what it is to be like a storyteller. But then I think it was when I went to college and I took a writing class and I thought it was like a literature writing class, but it was a screenwriting class. And I was like, what the can I curse on this thing?
Yes, I think we can.
Yeah.
We're all adults here.
So I was like, what the fuck? Like, I wanted to take this writing class. I didn't want to get into the screenwriting thing, but then it was really interesting and I really actually liked it a lot. And then I volunteered on a film set after that. And I was like, oh, the process of making a movie is also really interesting. And I actually really enjoyed the process of doing the movie making.
Was this like a commercial film set or is this like a student
This is
run?
when I'm a student.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is like, I was a boom operator. And
I've done that job.
And it was me and the sound mixer. We were the tag team, and it was
tall guys usually get that job. You gotta have the reach.
I was the taller of the two. I don't know if I identify as a tall man.
You don't identify as tall?
I mean, I'm like
you can if you want
I'm like right at the threshold. I'm like right around 6 feet. So you know, I guess technically by the dating profile standards, that makes me tall. But anyways, it was not the best film set to be on. It was very half-assed and kind of just like a, slapped together student film.
Sure.
But like just the process was really cool. And I really liked the process of making a movie. And then I, volunteered on more film sets and then just kind of gradually got infected with the disease of making movies.